Oh, hey guys. So this video is going to be, I know I don't normally live stream like during the day. So this was a Sovereign Citizen video from Old Squishy Gardner. Spoiler alert, he wins. But the way he wins makes his entire argument just nonsensical. The entire Sovereign Citizen attempt makes it nonsensical because of how he won. Again, we're just going to watch it. Bear with me. Oh, how do I get myself into a different corner? Oh, dear Lord. There we go. Let's do that way. Okay. Again, we're going to watch this. It's a gem.
You did not want his services. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. I do not want to contract with Mr. Waverly.
Daniel James Williams.
Yeah, I'm here on special appearance.
Okay. Do you know now special appearance means what? Because I need to have the actual person present.
You need to have the actual person present.
Yes.
Person.
So are you Daniel James Williams?
I'm not a person if you asking if I'm a person, like a legal fiction, no.
Okay. So the only person that I can have on this hearing for this person is Daniel James D'Angelo Williams. Are you that person?
Am I that person? No.
Okay. So if you know them, tell them that they're going to get a show cause. No, I'm going to call it on the record, but I need the actual person because I can't communicate with just anybody. I have to communicate with this person. Did you talk to them, Attorney Werberlin?
Yeah, so for the record, Your Honor, or
okay, let me call it then. I'll call it.
Well, yeah.
You talk. Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Daniel James D'Angelo Williams. This is ticket number SP 1585809. Count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, 26 to 30 miles over posted speed. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
And good morning, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of Daniel James Williams. Judge, I did attempt to talk with the individual that's on screen. He indicated that he wanted to proceed in pro per or pro se, if you will. He declined my legal services at this time.
All right. All right, sir, can you state your name for the record?
For the record, the living man, Daniel Williams.
That's good enough for me. I'll take the living man. Okay. All right. This is the date and time set in this particular matter for a what's it called? Let me see where we at. Oh, it must be.
Yeah, like I said, this sovereign citizen argument isn't what is going to win for him.
It's a pretrial in this particular matter, sir. What that means is that you're here today because it's been alleged that you have some tickets before my court. It's my understanding that Attorney Werberling tried to communicate with you and you did not want his services. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. I do not want to contract with Mr. Waverly.
Okay. All right, sir. You know you have the absolute right to have an attorney. 2 of these tickets are misdemeanors, and that means that some constitutional rights kick into play. Because I can take away civil liberties such as up to 90 days in jail, as well as up to a $500 fine. You understand that, sir?
That's fine.
Okay. And so at this point in time, how do you wish to proceed? The 3 options are typically you can ask for some more time so that you can come into compliance. That's called a new pretrial date. You can ask for a bench trial date. That's a trial date before myself as the trier and finder of facts. The officers who wrote this ticket will have to appear in court as well on that date. You can also ask for a jury trial. That's a trial before 6 citizens of the city of Detroit who would come down here and have to decide on this matter. Or I guess it's 4 options because you can also take a plea.
Well, that's the thing. Yes, he does get off, but I don't want to spoil it. Just, you're not going to be mad about how he got off.
I think count 3 is not in the.
It's about the 2 that he's going to get off are the no insurance and the no license
System because they had to return the ticket. So it's really just 2 misdemeanors that should be appearing on the docket for today. Let me check and make sure. That's my ticket
Okay, I hear
said.
what you're saying, but it and all this sound like you're saying like go to court, and I'll go to court if appearing in person. That sounds fine.
No, we are in court right now. So my question is, how do you want to proceed? What do you want to do? What's the next step? Do you want to have a new date so you can try and come into compliance, meaning that you want to get some of these documents like your license, some car insurance? Do you want to take a plea?
You guys are making me want to skip to the end because like I can tell you guys are like, oh, he's gonna get off, but I'm telling you, it's great how he gets off.
Today, there's usually an offer that's given to folks if they want to take advantage of that and take some type of resolution in this particular matter. Or you can ask for a bench trial before or
I'm
jury
just trying
trial.
to I'm trying to figure out what jurisdiction is this court being upheld in?
It's in Detroit, Michigan. That's located in the state of Michigan, the United States of America.
No. What I mean is this court in a common law jurisdiction or a criminal jurisdiction, admiralty law, but
Definitely criminal. So this is a criminal matter. It's criminal misdemeanors for traffic matters.
Okay.
So that's why I told you those constitutional rights, because criminal law kicks in.
Okay, and under the criminal law, the jurisdiction of common law, it has common law and it has criminal jurisdiction, admiralty of the military tribunal review from Article 1. So I'm trying to figure out, are we under common law or the criminal jurisdiction of admiralty and military tribunal review from Article 1?
Neither. We're under criminal law in the city of Detroit, state of Michigan. That is given us power by the state of Michigan through the U.S. Constitution, as it gives powers to each state to make laws and jurisdiction and rules. And each community within that state is allowed to do so as long as it's within its powers.
Exactly, and I'm a living person, not an entity on document. I'm not
an entity in document either. I'm a living person as well, and living people get in vehicles and they drive them and they get tickets. So that's what we're here for today. How would you like to move forward, Mr. Williams? I don't have that much additional time today for it. However, I'm giving you some options so that you can be able to choose which one you want to do today. And if you don't want to participate at all, what I'll do is I'll enter a show cause. A show cause means it's a hearing where you fail to participate in my court hearing. And then if you fail to participate in the next date, then I'll issue a warrant. It's a zero bond warrant, but it'll be a warrant out there until you want to at least choose one of these avenues. It's been allegations just at this point in time that you violated some of the laws that are followed by the citizens of the city of Detroit, County of Wayne, state of Michigan, as a part of the United States of America. It's been alleged at this point in time. So all I'm trying to do is figure out how you want to proceed today. You need some more time. You want to try and get in compliance and get that license together? I don't mind. I give time for that.
Well, I have the serial QSIB number to my license and the serial QSIB contract to my insurance as well, and it's both valid. However, they're both private. They're inside of a trust.
So yes, it's 6 minutes in, 7 minutes in. We'll spoil it right now. He gets off because he has a valid license and has valid insurance. So his way of winning with the sovereign citizen script is to completely abandon the sovereign citizen script and actually have a valid license and insurance. Damn sad thing is the judge thinks you changed him. The judge and prosecutor, yes, you'll get to the end and you get the impression that they both think, oh, he won't be back. He'll change his ways. It's not.
I live privately, so I don't have to show the policy enforcers my private insurance nor my ID when they pull me over from traveling privately in my automobile.
Do you have a valid license?
I have identification to prove that I'm able to operate this automobile in my estate.
If you drove on Hubbo and Eaton, that's in the city of Detroit, and that is not private property. That is very much a public road. That is a public road that is paid for by the citizens. That is paid for by the citizens like myself who pay hefty taxes to everybody to be able to allow them to ride on those roads within the city and the state of Michigan. So if I run your license, is it going to come back valid? Because if it is, we can actually dismiss that ticket. And if you have car insurance and you show it to me today, I can actually dismiss that ticket as well. Do you got some car insurance?
Paul, you support a domestic abuser. Please leave my channel.
Yes, ma'am. I have a ongoing serial
Let me
number
see.
with.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to address Paul unslaved. Paul, you and everyone around you keeps getting charges dismissed and suing the slaves for wins. Where is that at? What we all keep seeing is people getting convicted, and their lawsuits getting thrown out of court. So maybe that's what's going on in your make-believe fantasy world, but like in the real world where real people live, that's not what's happening.
Let me see. It has to be like usually they give you a little form. I know I have to print mine out from mine.
I have paid mine with FRNs online, so I only have the online doc.
Paul, don't make me call your dad and have him shut your internet off. It's funny the guy who supports a convicted domestic abuser has the nerve to call someone else a coward.
And I have it in my Apple ID, so I could take a picture on this.
Can you I'm gonna send you my email address. If you could send it to my email address, that take care of 2 of the tickets actually. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna send you the email address.
I also have another question in settling the subject matter.
Yeah, go ahead.
After the case get dismissed, it's with prejudice or without?
If you have the documents, I'm willing to do it with prejudice today. If you have these, you see what I just sent you? Send me the insurance. We do it without prejudice, but they're not gonna refile it. You gotta have a valid license.
So the reason I think he was trying to say, oh, are they going to dismiss it with prejudice, is so that he's trying to make it so that they can never file these charges ever again. Not these specific charges, but no driver's license ever again, which isn't how the law works. 100 stacks of what? Monopoly money? Like, and Paul, unless your case has something to do with driving without a driver's license, which the Supreme Court has ruled on, all the way, like what, almost 100 years ago. Unless it's about that, I really have nothing to say.
His license is valid. Send me the other one. The only one that did appear on the docket is the speeding ticket. Let me see what I can do about that. That's the only one you might have to dispute.
But speeding isn't a crime. It has to be an injured party, and it has to be presented, and the injured party has to be having all.
You talking about civil law? That's not civil law. This is like a civil infraction imposed by the state of Michigan, and the injured party is all the citizens. Essentially, if you want to go that route, it's because we could potentially be injured by your conduct and your behavior on the roadway.
But that, I hear what you're saying. You said the word potentially. That's what you're saying. And then the state, where somebody will have to present me a statement where the party is injured. They will have to present me a statement.
Well, we can always do a hearing on that ticket, but if you send me your car insurance right now to the email address I sent it to, then I can dismiss those 2 counts because you got a valid license. And if you got valid insurance, did I send it to the right person? Or I put it in the chat for everyone? I'm gonna send it directly to you, Mr. Williams, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because if you can send me this.
All right, so I was going to try to type that out, but Yvonne Kush Queen, welcome back. I can't type to you for some reason, but yeah, what did Paul say? Cowards who lie and repeat narratives and don't address the facts. So sovereign citizens, congratulations, Paul, you played yourself. Like, it's funny how everything I say, I can immediately go to this law or this Supreme Court decision. And yours is, well, I don't need to do this because I talk to BSBT on a live stream daily. Like, that's not how the law works. Like,
okay.
Mr. Watts, I'm sorry to interrupt the meeting.
No, you're good. He's in here. And he's
Mr.
not
Watts, I need
connected
to. No, he's
Go
not.
ahead.
I'm gonna just call him on his phone.
Okay, that works.
I have another question.
Yes,
There'll
sir.
be no filed on my savings bonds, will they?
No, there won't. I'm just strictly dealing with these matters. You have a really nice, clean record. We can dismiss at least 2 of the tickets. I know you have some disputes about the last one, but just send me the other one because He has a valid license. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Let me see.
We're gonna get through this.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna need some context and some video proof. You're a proven liar, Paul. So like, if you're going to say something, I'm not going to take the trust me, bro, like the rest of the like people who crawl out of a rock to come up on your panels do. I believe Judge Slavin has said something about he's a little kind of sketchy on. He believes in a lot more freedoms than most people, which doesn't make him a sovereign citizen. Paul, nobody wants to come to a dead channel and hang out with you and your 12 disciples of dipshittery. You're not like the Incredibles, you're like the Inbreadables. That's how low IQ you and your panels are.
Trying to write it down because I can't really see.
Take your time, just do it. I'm sitting right here waiting. Okay.
And that's .com or .org. I see it.
.org. I'm sorry. Attorney Mason.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The only ticket, and I'm just waiting for his
SOS.
his SOS came back valid for his license, Mr. Williams. He has a valid license. He's in it over the insurance. It's the speeding ticket that he's disputing at this point in time. I could
What
set
is
it for it's 26 to 31. He was doing it was a stationary radar 51 and a 25 alleged.
Is this your
This is Daniel Williams,
51 and a 35?
25, unfortunately. It looks like he was on a Hubble and Eaton. I'm sorry, I should enunciate my words, as my dad would say.
What's his record looking like, Judge?
This is it. His record is totally clean, and he does not have a CDL. This is his. He don't have nothing on it but his name at the top of the sheet of paper.
Okay, you know what? Okay, Mr. Williams, don't do it again, okay, please? Don't do it again. Please.
I won't. I won't.
I mean, we worry about little kids and little old people like me.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
So-
I'm part of it. Like I know y'all see the crystal. I'm real like, you know, so it was a rough day. That's
okay.
all.
Okay, I'll give, Judge, I'll leave it to the court's discretion. There we go. Whatever the judge wants to do.
Mr. Williams,
All right, let me address this because Paul has to do this just like every other sovereign citizen and frauditor are doing now. So Paul says he has a video. I think me and KTZ actually talked about this in the last live stream. So Paul's videos don't get over 1,000 views. His live streams, he was averaging not many until he did what every frauditor and sovereign citizen does and started doing it vertically so that he could get into the shorts feed. Yep, KTZ, he put all of his videos or all of his live streams into the shorts format so that he could get more views. That's not the same thing, bud.
when I get this little insurance, if your insurance, I'm gonna dismiss all 3 counts today. Look at you when you participate actively in our system.
I sent it. I just sent it to
I
you
know.
as well.
I know. I'm just waiting for it to come through. I was excited when I saw that you had a valid license. Tell your friends, please do what they do and get their license because it's not that hard. And look at you. You're gonna keep a clean record today. You see that, Mr. Williams? By coming on here, I know you want to stay your ground, and I understand. As part of growing up is learning to exercise your stuff, but it's also being respectful, and you were respectful. And look what happens when you're respectful.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that too.
Okay. All right. Sometimes it moves a little slowly, so don't feel bad.
Judge, usually I dismiss the insurances myself. I always dismiss those insurances, so.
Okay. Yeah. I was about to say, right now he's floored me with this license after he came on here talking about some of the person of. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been doing my research since I was like 18.
Yeah, don't stop that research. You just do what you did. Act respectful. Come in here. Allow counsel to help you next time because they're not trying to lead you down a path. And you keep that license up to date, valid. Keep your insurance up to date and valid in your vehicle, and slow down. You won't have no issues. Back on the record in the matter of People versus Daniel James D'Angelo Williams. This is ticket SP 1585809. I caught this matter already. We had to stop and get some information. Just state your name once again for the record, Mr. Williams. Please say your name.
Daniel Williams, the living man.
All right. It's my discovery that he has a valid license. We have had a nice little talk about him.
Okay, so he has a valid license. We're going to break this down for Paul because I actually found the live stream that I believe Paul switched formats. Or maybe, so he was averaging around, I don't know, between 1,000 and like 2,500 views for a live stream. Let's pull this up real quick. Bang. I don't need you, Becca. I don't need that on screen anymore. So right now, or well, I guess a few weeks ago before Paul switched formats, he was averaging 1,000 or a little less than 1,000 to like 2,500 views, which isn't exactly breaking the bank. And of those live streams, they were 4+ hours long. I just pulled one up that has 28,000 views, 143 likes, and 3 comments. So he's getting shorts views with no actual back and forth comments or likewise. And we'll just click on the one that I think changed here. 70,000 views. 70,000 views, 192 likes, no comments. Well, so what tells me is that people are scrolling through your live stream to get it off of their shorts feed so that they can get to the next short, which is weird. Like you can see it, 192 comments, no, or 192 likes, no comments. And that seems to be the norm for most of his videos that do well. Yeah, no interaction. It's the Eagle Nick Audits effect. Oh, I get this many views. People scrolling past your live stream to get to other shorts it counts as a view, but it's not really a view, especially if there's no interaction. So it's just like every other frauditor, every other sovereign citizen. I get views, and then you look into their views, and it's like, not really, bud. Yeah, it sounds like you need to take tips from Paul. There's a way to fudge the system. If you stream for 4 hours in the shorts format, you'll get views, but it's a terrible watch experience for everyone involved, which is why I don't do it. I would rather get views from my actual audience than have people scroll past my live stream. It just doesn't make sense. But then Paul's going to be like, I get more continuous viewers than you. It's like, no, you don't. In your shorts format, maybe. That's just people scrolling through. But all right, yeah, this guy got off. Not because of his sovereign citizen know-how, not because of his research he's been doing because he's 18 and been doing it since then. It's because he actually had a valid driver's license and valid insurance. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about this specific. I hate the Detroit court system, all that shit. Oh, Yvonne Kush Queen, I forgot. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I brought it up and then forgot to talk about it. I may have hurt Paul's feelings. Hey, you're not wrong. But Detroit does not care. I don't know if anybody here is actually from Michigan. You're scared to have an interaction? It looks like your live streams are scared to have interactions, bud. Detroit doesn't care, which is why they're in the situation that they're in. Detroit will let people rack up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of warrants and never want to do anything about it. So this prosecutor just said, oh, I dismiss insurance. Okay, well then why? In your dark hole? Dude, what are you talking about? It's a dark hole. There we go. Hopefully I'm back. Yeah, it's a better viewing experience when it's dark and there's not glares from everyone in your trailer, bud. But yeah, Detroit doesn't care. They'll let you rack up warrants. She was going to dismiss the insurance altogether. That's not doing your citizens of your city any good. The speeding, I forgot what it was, 55 and a 25, 55 and a 35. That's 20 over. That's reckless driving. Like, let's take care of that shit. Oh, God. All right. Anybody have any questions or anything? If I'm even back on here. Dear Lord, did my stream just crap out on me? Okay, there we go. Well, yeah, if you go to his page during a live stream, what digs am I? If you think facts are digs, then I'm sorry that hurt your delicate sensibilities. Yeah, there's a glare in your trailer, Paul. Okay. I don't know. Did you guys hear my whole rant on Detroit? It said I disconnected and then I reconnected, but did you guys hear my rant about Detroit? I can't tell you how many times I've ran somebody that we had in custody. Oh, they have $10,000 of warrants out of Detroit. You call Detroit and they're like, nah, advise and release. Yellow, gray skin. Hey, Paul, I don't know if you're aware of this. It's called a tan. You would have one if you left your house, well, your trailer house, your RV. Maybe some speech classes for that lisp. In chat, I rarely ask this. Do I have a lisp? Because I'm pretty sure I don't. Oh, God. But yeah, that's the video, guys. I just wanted to get this out because I thought it was hilarious that a sovereign citizen came in, the beginning playing sovereign citizen, at the end playing sovereign citizen. But what got his stuff dismissed was him abandoning the sovereign citizen rhetoric altogether. Yeah, and back in my day, it would be nightly. People would come in with warrants and owing money to Detroit. That Detroit would just go, oh well, and it's like, well, maybe that's why you're shitty or your city is so shitty. Yeah, maybe he's been listening to BSBT go on his channel for so long he thinks everyone has a lisp. All right, everybody have a good rest of your day. In the comments, if you would, after the video, do you guys like the chat scrolling on the side of the screen? Do you want me to turn it off? Let me know. I know last time I left it up because I wasn't getting the messages on my screen, but yeah, let me know.